randomly. Actually, you know what? BZ's hair looks all right. I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
I think it looked fine.
Out of the two of us, I don't think it's your hair that's the problem, but that doesn't matter at the moment. Let's jump into this one. Of course, there's going to be Optic versus the Mutineers, and we're going straight into this hard point. A lot of stuff has happened over the last couple of days, of course, but this is a new day, a new game, and a new opportunity for players to try and make a name for themselves and start the season off right.
Yeah, Florida with a nice little start themselves last night. Of course, a bit of a wacky game. We got the pleasure of commentating that one, and I went to bed quite delirious, it has to be said. But nonetheless, a win is a win. They'll be happy with it. And now looking for a win on this rotation. Scump will shut that down. Will not find the fight onto Vehicle. The rotation over towards P2 starting to come in. Of course, Optic starting on the more beneficial side. You do want to be starting heading over towards the Cantina. And they got a little lead as well as we head over.
And that's it. That's everything for Optic. If they can hold this against them as well, and that's Dashy with an incredible shot. Staying alive is going to cause problems for the Mutineers. They're not going to be able to find him as three of them go down as well. Did he not see him? I don't think he did, and Vika will eventually get it in a little bit of scrap time. But at the moment, Optic standing happy. They have control of the next hard point. They have the spawns. Just going to keep up the slaying, and they're in a very good position.
I like that from Brewster. Just controlling that side of the map. Making sure that Florida have to then come chase him. It just delays this push that is now coming in. Shotzzy with the shots over towards the palm pots, and there's an all phone down. Brilliantly done by the side of Optic Texas. That's going to be plenty of time falling their way. iLLeY now just allowed to push up the map ever so slightly and slow down that push once more.
So they're still holding very, very strong. Dashy making sure nobody coming through tunnel. The last remaining push really is going to be for them through back alley, but they don't want to put too much pressure on. But keep it on that mini-map. iLLeY may cause them to chain this if they continue to push this pressure away. They're doing just at the moment. One last fight going down. Of course, Scump is going to win it, and Optic is set up for next. The lead.
And these last two hills have been really profitable for the side of Florida. People trying to stay alive. Too light. Oh, not going to happen. Scump will be there for the trade. 15 seconds to play with. Rotation now. Coming on over towards P7. It's going to be Florida Mutineers that get the benefit of that spawn once again. If you push this late, the team who are in control of the spawn on the majority of the time going to get a spawn for new. It's a bit of a pinch setting up by the side of Optic Texas, though. You need to start moving. Pushing through blue is really the optimum situation here, but you need to start winning some gunfights. That's 3 that go Florida's way. An elite change en route here as well. 150 to 135, Florida. Good time on the board here.
Just trying to be careful here. Optic trying to find any sort of gap, but Major Maniac is closing the door in their face. Shotzzy eventually finding Brack. Dashy trying to stay alive. Just contesting for now, keeping this neutral while they're in the worst position. The pressure will come his way as Vehicle has found 2 as well. Dashy eventually going to find Major Maniac. Does a huge amount of work for it, hoping for reinforcements from his teammates.
Vehicle having a hell of a game at 17 and 12. Will eventually fall. Optic will get themselves inside the point as we head into another rotation of hills. Florida Mutineers spawning close though, so they'll try and keep them off it. That 12 points may well be crucial towards the end of the game. They only lost yesterday's hard point on Mercado by 13 points. And every single one counts. Rotations coming in over towards this next set of rotations though, and well, it's going to be the side of Florida Mutineers in the more prime position when it does come down towards P2, and they're in the lead heading into the second set of rotations as well.
Yeah, the lead is slight but real, and you can see at the moment that both teams fight for positioning around P1. Don't expect a ton of time on this hill in the second rotation. It's going to be more about who can put that pressure on towards Cantina, who can get in there and try to flip these spawns out for next, and it's going to be Shotzzy with a huge kill. He's now going to be a problem for the Mutineers. They are going to reinforce through that back alley and take pressure off of P1. It's a good position, but Shotzzy is still going to be alone.
One of the key rotational players in the game, and has to be said. You'll see him really light things up throughout the air, I would say. We expect it to come from him, but the smart plays, the sneaky plays, nobody really does it better. Doesn't necessarily work out that time around. P2 control, very much there for the side of Florida Mutineers, and that is maybe an overstep by the side of Major Maniac. Now there can be a pinch. Start to get set up. Try and get a weird little angle on top of the wall. That's going to be the play, but the pinch is not what's going to happen. It's going to be a 4-man push to the alley of Barbershop. And it hasn't worked out so far. Bryce, 2 kills for Brack.
Scump has managed to get 1 back, and he's hopefully going to team up
for the side of Texas now as we head back over towards Cantina, but we're going upstairs.
Oh, Shotzzy! Dive straight through. And can they manage to work this out here? Because that is an incredible break. If they can hold this off as well, they could be able to chain it. The pressure now is going to be on the Florida Mutineers. Optic have done just enough. Shotzzy getting another kill. Scump going down the back, and it's not going to be able to do anything but get 2 kills, and Scump clears them out. And that is outrageous. The King has just broken the hill. He's on a 5 streak. They are now in position to finish this game.
Shotzzy on a 6 as well. 10 seconds for Florida to get there some way, somehow towards the barbershop. You've just got to hit it, and Dashy is ready and waiting. One more player who can get there. I don't know if it's going to happen. Shotzzy locks it down. That's an Optic Texas map #1 win.
It didn't look good for some of those rotations. It didn't. They kept losing rotation, but apparently the firepower reigns supreme. A great break into tin, and then they had to go all the way to barbershop. It doesn't matter. Just broke it. Shotzzy got through, caused chaos. Scump started cleaning up, and Optic eventually just run amok, essentially.
Yeah, things got quite scary there. I said the troll on hotel. It's a tall order now, isn't it, to win this series? A really, really tall order.
It certainly is. And at the moment, Shotzzy having some great stats in here, but we won't really talk too much about stats on this control, and I'm sure you'll know why. But obviously, we look forward to seeing how this one does play out between these two teams. At the moment, we are heavily favoring Optic to take this. The momentum in this game, the state that they look to be in, is phenomenal. Can Florida Mutineers force a comeback, though? Can they start even potentially a reverse sweep?
Big map control coming in from Florida Mutineers off the rip. Gonna try and force over towards B. These next couple of kills are really influential. iLLeY will find the first. iLLeY will find the second. Like, he wasn't even there. Major Maniac already dead, and now he can try and find themselves a push up. But Brack will maybe punish them for being a bit overzealous. Nonetheless, it's bottom bedrooms for Scump. Finds 2. It's aggressive starts to the control.
Reinforcement again. Coming over towards B point, and he's somehow still alive. iLLeY can't believe it. He cannot believe he's still alive. Fortunately, 2 teammates clearing it up, but and will eventually be rebuffed. And it is being a bit of a blender at the moment. You can see Florida Mutineers determined to headbutt their way into this B. Hasn't worked out for them. The guns of Optic are firing. On the other side of it, an A push coming in from the Florida Mutineers. They have to get past Shotzzy, though.
And look how scared they are to push through. They're just presuming that there will be players pushed up here from the side of Optic Texas, and here comes Shotzzy. Dead silence popped, and here we move forward. The other side of Mutineers, though, you need to stop this time, as Scump will find one on the exit of it, and Shotzzy is still just playing with them here. Staying alive for the rest of his team now to come try and help him back up. No, 13 seconds is absolute menace in towards Kitchen. It's going to be a 4th. This is absurd from Shotzzy. It's a masterclass. My goodness me, somebody get a trade.
Oh, Shotzzy, 6-0. Don't die for 5 seconds, my friend. It's a flawless control round. And Florida Mutineers, 0.4 seconds left. They are getting onto B.
He's on his way over. The couches. Will he die? No, he won't. Depends right in time to avenge his teammate. All of a sudden, there's 2 players left over towards B. You need to get them off. Actually, this is good progress by the side of Florida Mutineers. They're extending. They're extending. That's another minute gone, and the more preferred site to push towards is going to be an issue. Shotzzy still alive.
Oh, there's playing your life, and then there's 8-0 on a control round, but B going away from them. They probably won't be too worried. They just got to make sure they don't make any huge mistakes here. Florida Mutineers need a perfect God to break themselves back into this game and this round. But they are being held out at every single break.
Oh, it's a hard push. Optic have had time. And those lives. Just not a good spot for Florida Mutineers to be in here, but the time even worse. Shotzzy alive in Kitchen. Surely he doesn't continue to survive, does he?
Oh, there he goes. 9-0 streak with Dashy's going to get his trade. But Brack gets 2, and they're now diving in. It's a 5 versus 17. No time remaining. Scump's going to be there. Havoc round the back, looking for a hero play. Can he make it? No, he cannot. iLLeY shuts him down. Time running away. And it is an incredible performance from Optic Texas. Florida Mutineers did the best to come back into that game, but Shotzzy was just running through Kitchen like he owned the place.
Oh, honestly, I got a little bit lost in the sauce during this moment. I was just absolutely wild. And you could say the funny fact is that Florida Mutineers in that sort of situation, they expected Shotzzy to be in that area and yet still could not do anything about it. Absurd players from the young phenom, that is Shotzzy. Optic Texas 1 to the good. It is a defensive hold-on control, something you would expect, it has to be said, but in a strong manner. I think they'll be disappointed they'll have lost B, though. Those games you'll have to think about a little bit. It's come down to Tix to get the defensive hold over towards that final round, if we do indeed see it. Initial break over towards B. Doesn't work out for the side of Optic.
It doesn't, but they must be riding high, and let's find out how they feel in the comms with an Optic Texas. Listen in.
I'm a little better now.
Why'd you pop Daddy on me?
I'll see him. One guy's right there. Right there.
I don't see the guy B.
Right there.
Go say me. Go say that. I got the guy.
B couches, nothing couches.
Go, one pecan. Go to our side, pecan.
I'm getting in their spawn. I'm in their spawn. They're spawning back.
Just go on B. Just go on B.
Yeah.
Watch out,
Beacon. Beacon. One shot. Vickle. Absolute. He went to. I think he's watching
I'm spawning from
Yo,
one.
one guy's our low hallway, guys. He's going upstairs, maybe?
Yo, main dead.
Yeah, spawn.
One guy's on me, Carum. One guy's on me, Carum.
Where's Aaron Brennan? Is he in?
I'm top of me.
Or he's in Carum. Carum.
Yo, I spawned A. Nice.
Yeah, pushing up.
You got me.
I think he's our center.
Yeah, I'm coming out. He's on you for sure.
Yep.
He bricks.
I'm top of
I'm
me.
staying on point.
I have their side.
Brandon, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm getting up. I'm just getting up.
He's out going.
I'm looking the rugs.
I'm on your bench. I have a bench.
Oh, yeah, I have the large.
I'm taking their side.
Fun.
I might contest this. Watch out.
Yo, one guy's going their bricks right now.
I have yo, watch bricks. One of us.
Watch bricks, one of us.
I bricks.
One shot. Are you? Watch out, you. One guy's bricks, right?
Bricks. Hits on.
Let's get this.
2. Good job. I'm going
Double
doubles.
for these guys. I'll
Yeah.
One guy's yo, low band.
Nice, they're spawning spa.
Are you? I'm pushing on that.
The one's in their back before me.
Yeah, there's 20 small right here.
Yeah, they're spawning spa.
Yep.
I'm trying to cut off spawn.
Working around with you.
I'm cutting off spawn.
In the back.
I have top right bed.
One more here. One more in the back.
I'm watching it. Go, on the pillar, one shot.
I got one lobby.
Weak before.
Are you? Yeah, I'm
Watch out. I got him. There's one white.
We're missing one, right? We're missing one bed.
Missing one.
In our bed, major. In our bed.
They're funny from me. He's top third lobby.
No, I'm losing my mini. He's still there.
Work pitches. We're good.
Top bed.
Wait for this guy. Top bed.
Yeah, I'm top bed right now.
I'm coming top bed. Give me a second, set.
What bricks?
Yo, one guy's main right now. Main one back.
Low bed, absolute major. Low bed,
one
absolute.
shot. Or Brack, top our bed.
All right, Optic trying to figure out this Florida Mutineers defense, but they are certainly in high spirits is the only way I'll put that one. At the moment, Florida Mutineers are holding them away from it.
They've done well here, Florida. The flanks around have not really worked out for the side of Optic Texas. Initial one looked the strongest opportunity so far, but they couldn't make it stick. Benjamin Havoc finding 2 important kills here with 18 seconds to go. One last roll of the dice here. Havoc, though, in this sort of position, this is just going to cause so many problems. Even if he doesn't find that kill there, he's in such a good spot for the Florida side.
Scump makes a kill, though. Havoc's going to be in a great position, though, to put the dagger in. And they have to deal with it. They have to try and split their fire between the two of them. Shotzzy makes a huge kill, though. And managed to hold away. Dashy gets the second one. How have they done that? They had to shoot 2 directions, and they've won both gunfights. And now Florida Mutineers are not near. That second tick is rocketing forward. The third is upon us, and they have to jump. They have to fly, and they've done it. Optic Texas from nowhere.
Seconds. It's 20 seconds for a push nearly every single time. Florida Mutineers have got one more bite of the cherry here. Shotzzy, Scump getting the job done. Up 2 kills falling through. 15 seconds to go.
There's a wall of fire every time they try and hit this. They have one last opportunity just to get somewhere near, and they've already lost Mikal as Shotzzy stays alive. No, he's down. Brack and Havoc have got 2. Dashy and Scump. Can they find something? And they found one. Major Maniac is stopping the clock by himself. Reinforcements flooding in for Florida. Vehicle gets another. And now Optic are scrambling. That second tick is in. They're now flying at the point, trying to another player jumping on board. And they're trying to get it, but it's a contest and eventually goes down. It's still coming through. Scump's going as well. And it's just so close. But Optic, stop it. They stop it in the end. A fraction of a tick, a 0.8 of a second, but it's the green wall that hold it down in the control.